Welcome to Social Work Sunday Tea. It is a great day to be alive and well. It is July 3rd. Oh, when third quarter. Is it third quarter? Is it? Yeah, I think it is
Something
third
like that.
quarter.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah. But it's a great day. Listen, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. We're gonna give the tea news, the tea, spill the tea on today. Today we have a special guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself and let everybody know, where you at, where you from, all that, all that good stuff.
Let me
Cool.
first of all start off by saying I appreciate you, sister, and your platform. When I met you in person, it was great vibes off the rip, and it was an honor to connect with you and to continue to connect with you, especially in the field of servicing our people. So I got to start
Absolutely.
there, and I got to thank God for the platform. My name is Stephen Rivera. I'm also known as the Mindful Wizard. I am a dean of students in a special education high school, and I also teach and manage the company, which is Mindful Wizard LLC. I go about teaching individuals and groups. I also help businesses struggle in relationships. Anything that mindfulness can add a light to, I do my
Yeah.
best to bring it. That's what I do every day. I'm stationed out of Brooklyn, New York, but I go wherever you need me to go. So that's where I'm at.
Absolutely, yes. I met you in person. I met you online through Damon when he was
Mhm.
on your show. Shout out to Damon, my cousin. I call everybody my cousin. Stephen, my cousin. Everybody, my cousin.
We're
So
related.
no, yeah, it was really really dope. With the mental health discussion, and I was there when you did the demonstration of the meditation. It really works. You had the music in the and the birds chirping. I was like,
The vibe.
okay. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So what made you get into this? Like, what made you like, hey, I wanna do this?
That's a great question. So, truthfully, it started off with my past. I was very unhappy growing up.
Mhm.
So, I wanted to be cool and just kind of like a player and just like coast through life. And then I had a horrific accident. I was attacked and we got jumped. So I basically lost sight in my left eye. I had to go
Mhm.
through 8 surgeries, and I didn't know how to process that mentally. Like something
Yeah,
felt missing in my life, obviously, right? Being blind.
yeah,
And no amount of prayer, no disrespect to God, I love God, but at the same time would bring back my eyes. So I needed to find something to truly heal. So I got
yeah.
into that process. And, fast forward, I started working at the jails. And then I saw my young brothers and sisters that I grew up with in jail now. So it went
Mhm.
from it's fun to abuse your community until you see the direct results of that
Yeah,
abuse. So my
yeah.
little brothers and sisters in jail now, and I had to do something to give back. So I tapped into mindfulness for myself, and then I started using it as a gift to help other brothers and sisters heal. And I got better at speaking, and opportunities presented themselves, and that's how it evolved from my pain to healing the pain of others, and with the love of mindfulness and Zen.
Okay. So explain to everybody what mindfulness is.
I respect that, and I think that's a great question. Like that is such a powerful question because
Yeah.
to me it's become my entire life, but to those that don't know, the simplest version would just be present moment awareness. Like right
Yeah.
now, the only thing that exists is you and I, right? Like I'm not thinking about anything else other than this podcast, Miss Houston in front of me, and this moment. So it's the ability to bring your awareness here.
Yeah.
And that has so many benefits, especially as a person that goes through emotional stuff. You don't want to react out of emotion, you want to react out of logic.
Yeah.
So it helps you become more self-aware, and then as a result it helps you with every relationship moving forward. So as long as you're good within, everything else will hopefully reflect that. So that's what mindfulness helps with.
Absolutely. What are some of the benefits of practicing mindfulness?
I would say number one off the rip is
Mm,
tranquility. So
mm,
you can create a space where you're receptive to other people's energy. I think
Mm.
a lot of our people don't even know that they're sad. They don't
Mm-hmm.
know that they're anxious. They just
Yeah.
think they've been born this way and this is okay.
Yeah.
So what I think is there's levels to it, right? When I first
Mm.
started, it was like, yo, control yourself, speak better, be careful how you present yourself. And now it's evolved into pick and choose how you display your energy. It's a superpower. I
Yeah.
listen better.
Yeah.
My health has gotten phenomenal. I don't get sick as much.
Mm-hmm.
So there's spiritual benefits and then there's secular benefits. If you are like a business person, you know how busy it is to handle so many things. So
Yeah.
it's like having a computer with 18 different tabs open, but you're aware of each tab and how much energy goes to each tab. So it just
Mm.
makes you a better you, makes you a better
Mm.
listener. And if you're a fighter, it makes you a better fighter because you're in control of your breath. So any aspect of you, it'll make you a better sexual partner because you're more in the moment. So
Yeah.
literally anything that you want to do is a benefit.
Wow. I like how you talked about the energy. Like people don't really they're not big on that. Like when you feel people's energy. You know when something is not right. Like something is off. Like what is that? And I'm really really big on that as well. I try to be in tune with myself, and also, I have to protect that what I got going on. I might be emotional one day and I have to like protect that because I don't want other people to feed off my energy and then they get attached to that. Then they like, oh, I feel the same way. And I was like, well, at first you wasn't feeling like that. Now it definitely it kind of like tag along, but
Mm-hmm.
the energy it definitely transfers. And I try to protect my peace at all time. I would try to protect my energy. But what do you do when someone's energy is off and you just like, oh, like for me I'd be like, retreat, retreat, retreat. You know what I mean? But what do you do when it's off and you're in the midst and we're in the moment, as you say, we're in the moment and you feel that? What do you do? What do you do about that?
That is such a profound question. I appreciate you asking that because it gets me like excited because these are the levels that I try to get people to. So I
Yeah.
would agree with you that one, energy is very contagious. You just said it. Number two, it introduces us before we even see a person physically. So what people don't understand is that in their writing, in
Yeah.
their, letters, in their communication with you, they're given energy. Everything is an exchange.
Yeah.
So how do you protect yourself from that is the beginning of understanding what energy feels like to you. So you
Mm,
already said it. When I'm in a bad place, I don't want to interact because my energy is strong. So what I
yeah.
do is every morning I do my best to just ground myself.
Mhm.
These gems are reminders to stay grounded. So I start my kind of like what the session we was doing with the breathing, and that's kind of what I do every single day. So
Okay.
that when I go into energy, which is perceived as negative, what I try to do
Mhm.
is I already have like a layer of protection. At a
Mhm.
deeper level, I know what stress feels like to me.
Mm.
And at a deeper, deeper, deeper level, I know what words can do to me. So if someone
Mm.
I already know will trigger me, I've
Mhm.
created a boundary and I've already started to study my facial features to see, am I getting annoyed? Am I getting bothered? So
Yeah.
to answer that really deep question with a simple answer is what I do is I learn my body and I learn
Mm.
how my body responds to other people's energy. If I don't like their energy, I don't hang out with them.
Yeah.
Another deep thing I do is, and I think you'll like this one as a energetic being as well. You ask yourself this question often: whose energy is this? Is it my
Mm.
fear that I'm feeling, or is it their fear that they've imposed upon me?
Oh,
Whose energy is this?
yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. And you know what? Like that's real because I felt that as far as fear,
Hmm.
when people putting their fear upon me. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh hell no. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I got this like this drive and someone might plant that seed or that energy like, oh well, why are you doing that? And
Hmm.
you feel the emotional side and it can definitely make you doubt yourself. I know last week we talked about imposter syndrome.
Mm.
That creeps up tremendously when people, that energy, because it makes you feel less than. It makes you feel like, okay, I can't do this. I'm not, I'm not capable or competent enough to get through whatever I'm going through. And it really, mindfulness and mindfulness impacts our mental health. So I always have to tie those two things in, because it definitely, the mindfulness and the approach of meditation and things, like, it reduces stress and anxiety. And that's a proven fact, as far as your well-being. And that's why people are in yoga. That's why people are in meditation mode. Like, they really, everybody is getting in tune. But it's like, the mindfulness, I feel as though, is the foundation of mental health, because we have to get in tune with ourselves. You know what I mean? We have to admit some things to ourselves. So that's my take on it. That's my, I was really thinking about that this week. Like, man, it really plays a major part in our mental health, because we have to be in tune with ourselves. We have to be aware. Like, it's some stuff about myself I don't like, and I can't stand it about myself. So I have to work each and every day to be able to, change the narrative of what I don't like about myself. And, restructure my mindset. And it's all about a mindset. So I want to get into the meditation part. What is meditation to you?
Mm.
What is
No,
meditation
you
to you?
listen. You everything you said is accurate, and I want, if I may, I want to speak on that piece about people speaking fear into our lives.
Yeah.
They don't know what they want. So when they
Hmm.
see someone that does, it
Yeah.
irritates them. It's like, how dare you dream so big? You're my sister. How dare you try to break free from this dream of yours? Or so it kind of incites, without saying it this way, a level of jealousy.
Hmm.
It won't bother me if you become a billionaire tomorrow, because if that's aligned for me, that's aligned for me. You
Yeah.
understand? So people need to understand that when you get jealous or when you want somebody else's life, it's
Hmm.
impossible, because you're
Hmm.
looking for unhappiness right there, because you can't have that. And then it's not aligned for you. So you probably will get it, and vibrationally you're gonna lose it because it's not
Yeah.
meant. So
Yeah.
that's that take on just, I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. Let nobody stop you. Same thing with me. This is not gonna stop.
No.
So we on the same page. But in terms of what meditation is, I have different techniques depending on what I need. So, my daily meditation is a simple 4-second inhalation, 4-second exhalation, which we've worked on, right? And then
Right.
I have the body scan, where I'll sit down and I'll send energy to each individual sector of my body. I become aware of what that feels like. So when I get
Mm.
mad and I sense a little bit of frowning, it's a red flag, like, yo, you getting annoyed. My facial
Mhm.
features usually relate how I feel before my voice does. So I've
Mm.
recognized the red flags of my face. I'll give you another one. When I get angry, you'll see that my fists clench. So I've
Mhm.
recognized that as a, yo, you getting tight, slow down. That's
Mhm.
meditation in real time.
Okay.
But I do several types. So I'll do the one I introduced you to, which is the breathing. I do the body scan. And then at the deepest levels, I do one where there is no thought. And I just try to
Mhm.
sit in that state where I observe what you would call thoughts. And it
Mm.
slows down to this point where it's very minimal. And it, like, thoughts become something like this. They pass,
Mm.
and I just kind of watch them like a flying bird without stating an opinion about my thought. That's the highest level of meditation that I've gotten into. And
Wow.
then I do movement meditation, which is Tai Chi.
Okay.
So I do several.
You be you be on
Yeah,
it.
when I say I live in Tai Chi, like, I live with this. This is what I do. Like, this is my life. You know what I mean? Because remember, it goes back to my past. Had I not learned these techniques, I wouldn't have gotten to this place. The suicidal ideation, the depression would have
Mhm.
kicked in. So I hear exactly what you're saying. The imposter syndrome, the I'm a gangster. How did I get beat up, lose my eye, and didn't fight back? Like your whole identity changes,
Mm,
right? So you have to create a new one. And that's what
mm,
mindfulness has helped me do. Let go of the old, accept the new, create the new.
mm.
Every day is a meditation to answer your question.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I want to snap my fingers like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Bring out the stage, yo.
No, I really, really, I love that. And, some things I sit with myself, and I journal. I journal what I feel. And sometimes I like when you said it's no thought. It's just like I'm being, and I'm in the present. I just sit there and I look at the wall. Like, what? Okay, so I got a 9 to 5, right? And I
Mhm.
do my social work Sunday tea, my own business, things like that. And like, I just feel like when I get up in the morning, I say, I thank you, Lord. I do all that. And then I just sit with myself and I'm just like, do I want to get up for work? I don't want to go to, this is not it, Lord. So I'm like connecting with my thoughts and I'm like, okay, Shakia, just this is a stepping stone, right? So I have to like keep reminding myself you have a bigger purpose. Like, get it together. And I sit and I let my thoughts stop, because
Mm.
sometimes I'll overthink. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I overthink sometimes, overthink, and I was just like, no, I can't do that. Then I scare myself, oh, what if it doesn't happen? Or what if it do happen? And like, who's for me? Oh, who's against me? And then I be thinking about all type of stuff. But what would you recommend as far as, on a day-to-day basis for people that just now being introduced to mindfulness meditation? What would you recommend as far as like every day, take time out to be able to, practice that? Um, yeah, to practice mindfulness in the meditation. What are some tips you can give them?
Sure, those are your questions are spot on. You're a natural, I would say. No, it's true. You just elicit good questions, which is good because then it leads to better discussion. But to those asking, the simplest version would just be the 4-second inhalation, right? So we would do, and I can show it, right, to those that want to
Okay.
practice with me. I'm not shy. We could do it together. For those watching at home or later on today, there's a very simple thing to do. You could sit the same way I'm sitting. My back is to the wall. You can't really see my feet, but they're Indian style, they call it, right? Or crossed legs. I just sit like that.
Crisscross
And
applesauce.
there you go, crisscross applesauce. Exactly. You definitely worked with children before. So you crisscross applesauce. And then going along that same vein, my girls taught me this one, right? It's cute. You say, you smell the roses and then you blow out the candles, right? You smell the roses and you blow out the candles. So what I would do if I was a beginner is I would do about 2 minutes of that with a little bit of calming music in the background. That's it.
Okay.
That's literally it.
Okay.
Now, if you want some higher level, I would challenge myself after a
Mhm.
month, do 5 minutes. After a year, go 10 and push yourself. But what I will say to my early beginning trial novice stage people, be patient with yourself because the first time you listen to that noise, it's going to sound like a radio that you haven't tuned. And
Mm.
eventually you'll be able to tune it. So I think you've already started that process. You just said it. You,
Mhm.
you wake up, you pray, you put yourself in a state to be receptive. So that's what I would say. I would start with that. Now, I'll teach you another technique for those people that say I'm too anxious to sit still. You do what I do. You put some music on in the background with different sounds. You close your eyes and you try to listen to how many different sounds you can identify. So that's a
Mm.
huge one. So I'll say it again. You can do the breathing that I showed you, 2 minutes of smelling the flowers, blowing out the candles. That's a cute version. If you can't
Yes.
sit through that, then you take it a step further. You put yourself in a quiet room, or you can do it out in nature. Close your eyes, breathe the way we've talked about, and then just listen to how many different sounds you can identify. For
Mm.
example, passing car, an airplane above your head, a couple arguing, a night truck. Like these are the
Right.
sounds, and, and it brings you back to your body. And that's
Mm.
all meditation is. It's the awareness of being back to this moment.
Yeah. You know what? Because like older people, they were like, I'm not doing that. Oh, girl, come about your
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
I ain't doing that. Like, but it really, really works. Even with, like yoga, or I did yoga. I was like, whoa, they were
yeah,
stretching. I was like, listen, I haven't stretched like this since,
yeah.
2003, high school. I ain't doing all that. But it is really, really beneficial. And it also helps out like with your nervous system, it regulates your mood, because you really, after meditating, you calm until somebody, and then you like, oh, and put those boundaries up after you meditate and get with yourself and be one with yourself. Everybody like be laughing at me, but no, you have to definitely do that. What's that? Okay, you got the benefits. Come on, tell us the benefits of meditation. What is it? I can't.
I'm just
Okay,
adding to your. You
okay.
got reduced stress, emotional balance, increased focus, reduced pain. You can manage your pain better, reduced anxiety, increased creativity, reduced depression, increased memory. If I
Yeah.
may, I'll share an interesting one with you. For those of you that are in the later stages of your life, and
Mhm.
God forbid you may have, not you, but anyone may have a
Yeah.
medical concern, Tai Chi actually increases the likelihood that you survive a stroke. So what
Mm.
people don't understand is these gifts, these ancient Chinese derived medicine's been around for 2000 years. Yoga's
Yeah.
been around for 2000 years. It just got to the Western world, right? So
Mhm.
these practices that I've been blessed enough to learn and give back to my people can actually keep your parents alive longer. My mother's 60 something years old doing Tai Chi. Her breathing has gotten better. She's
Mm.
skinny. The doctor's like, yo, what are you doing? And she says, I do Tai Chi with my son 3 times a week. And that's it.
Mm.
And I'm telling you, you mentioned it. I believe you said anxiety. um,
Mhm.
a lot of the people in my communities, I'll speak for myself, high blood pressure,
Yeah.
hypertension. I
Same
haven't,
here.
you feel what I'm saying, right?
Mhm.
Our people, we don't eat right. We
Yeah.
don't. So I think foundational intelligence like meditation and Tai Chi, those two combined are like wings of a bird, and you will fly a better life. Tai Chi for your mind, meditation for your mind and Tai Chi for your body. You put those two together, you're untouchable, right?
Mm.
And you live
Yeah.
such a peaceful life. You don't want to fight nobody. You don't want to go out and put out harm because you recognize it comes back to you. So who in their
Yeah.
right mind wants to deal with stress 3 times? But I just deal with it one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
hope.
like how you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like that. I like that. I hope my mom. Look, Mama, we gotta do meditation. She on here, Mama. We
Yes,
gotta
sir.
do that.
Let's throw her on. We'll do some Tai Chi. I'll do a quick, not today, obviously. We didn't plan that, but we could do a little Tai Chi next time.
Okay, we can do that. You gonna be on the show again? Be like, listen, chai tea. Whoa, I'm saying chai tea. I'm talking about the tea.
That works too. We could drink, look, we could do some
Listen,
Tai Chi and then go drink some chai
some
tea.
yes, absolutely. And social work Sunday tea. I'm getting that together. And herbs. Herbal, like I'm real big on herbs now, because I mean I do have a herbal tea line, social work Sunday tea collection. And I use some of the herbs. I really research the herbs and how it's beneficial towards the body as well.
Mhm.
Like, yes, skull cap. I use that for my anxiety tea. It's called Chill. Y'all check it out, www.socialworksunnytea.com. That's a little plugger. But no, I use it when I have anxiety, if I'm having a stressful day, and it actually works. Because of the herbs, skull cap. It helps out with the nervous system. It calms the nervous system down. I use it with my psych patients. It really, really worked. Mind, racing, suicidal ideation. It bring all that down after we have tea time. And it's benefits to herbs, and people like, oh, I don't know, but no, it come from the earth. The Lord made it, so it's all good. So let's get in tune, as far as like with our bodies, and cognitively aware of what's going on within ourselves, mental, physically, emotionally. And that's why I do the herbs as well, the herbal tea. I try to be healthy because I want to live long. I want to be able to be able to do things. I don't want to have high blood pressure. I don't want diabetes. I don't want, I don't want stress. So I'd be like, y'all get away from me. So,
So look,
everybody, but no,
look,
definitely.
not only will I agree with you, I'll tell you something interesting. The world is shifting towards a more holistic approach. I think you and I are a little bit ahead of the curve with this. And I'll tell you
Mhm.
something interesting for those that are suffering from these illnesses. Most of them are preventable. If we reach
Yeah.
the point where it's not preventable, then there's ways to minimize the stress. And I'll give you a quick story, right? My cousin, great woman, I love her to death. She doesn't exercise. She's slightly overweight and she's very stressed out. She comes to me. I tell her, girl, you're going to have another panic attack in like a month. Just
Mm,
trust me. Try Tai Chi, try meditation, eat these three things. She doesn't
mhm,
listen. 2 months later, she's in the hospital. She's talking to the
mhm,
doctors. What did the doctors prescribe her? Meditation, Tai Chi, and like three or four of the same foods that I told her. She comes
mhm,
back from Puerto Rico. She's like almost crying. She's like, yo, what you told me in 50, you explained better than the doctor that I waited 2 hours to see and charged me $200. Now, I'm not
mhm.
saying I'm a doctor, but what I'm
Right.
saying is I can study patterns and we're smart enough to start looking up, like you did, what herbs we need in our lives, right? Like, no one, or a lot of you probably know, because I know you were a researcher, but like ashwagandha, like, there's so many
Mhm.
things that is like a natural, it has like 10 benefits and it's right there
Yes.
for you,
Yep.
right? So elderberry, black
Yep.
elderberry, it is the secret of life. Let me
Yeah.
chill though. Let me chill.
Yeah. Listen, black seed oil. We ain't gonna go in there. Like I definitely like the turmeric, the ginger
Mm,
root, all those
yes,
things they help. It's beneficial to the body. And
yes.
once we get in tune with that, like I feel like, we like the X-Men. We got
Uh,
superpowers, like Stan Lee was on point when it came to that. Like it definitely it gives you that extra burst of energy. And I'm coming up with an energy tea. I'm coming up with a, tea for speakers and singers, and I'm coming up with different things. And I got my little book. I was like, okay, this is a benefit for what? I put this and this together. So yeah, like I'm definitely like in tune with all of that because it all connects together. Everything connects.
I'll plug in an idea right now. If you ever want to make a Mindful Wizard sponsored tea, let me know. I would love to help you.
Yes. Well, listen, don't don't show me a good
I'm ready, girl.
listen.
I'm ready. We'll talk. We'll talk. I'm ready.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. Yes, definitely. I'm game for that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
I'll give you
But
some
it's so
ideas and we can join forces. I know
yeah,
some my friend is a natural healer. She's a
okay,
Reiki healer. She's went to school for natural medicine and
okay,
we can share resources. That's
okay.
another point I want to make, right? You give me this vibe of like I want to help. And it's bigger than just I want to help myself. I'm trying to
Yeah,
help people. But
yeah,
what beautiful people don't understand is the more we help the people, we help ourselves, right? It's like I didn't have to think about putting Naomi in charge with you. You two ladies can now fuse
yeah,
together and I don't need any benefit because the benefit will come back when y'all both are very happy helping people. So it's a
yeah,
beautiful thing.
yeah. Absolutely. I
I
love
got
that.
you.
Yeah.
You and her would be chummy chummy.
Listen, I'm like, now what done happened here?
Hmm.
Cousin, I'm coming to New
Hair
York.
growth. We talking about hair growth,
Yeah,
antifungal. She'll
yeah.
hit you with the mushrooms, all that. So we'll
Listen,
talk. We'll talk.
we'll definitely talk. Yes. No, it's listen, don't listen. I'm gonna come. I come back, be like, okay, now here go my notebook. All right, what we doing? But
Ideas.
no, I love that. No, I really, really appreciate it. I love the connecting with amazing people. Because we're all on one train to for the betterment of the people. At the end of the day, it's for the people. For mindfulness, meditation, for herbs, for being aware, for mental health. Everything is 360.
Thank
Everything is 360. And
you.
so I want to say thank you so, so much for getting on this podcast with me and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom and your meditation, all that good stuff. Well, that's not meditation. I don't know what that is, but I just want to do it. But
Yeah.
but no, it's definitely I love the connection, and we're cousins forever. I was like, Don't make me. I come to Chicago, come to Brooklyn, be like, "What up? I'm here with my cousin. What we doing?" I be trying to. After
Yeah,
I came
you
back
know,
from
I'm
New York,
here. I'm here.
I was trying to talk like Brooklyn.
Now, we say a lot of like I don't even know how what we doing. Yeah, something like what we doing.
Doing? And I was just like, yo, I want to talk like that. And here
Yeah,
go my country self, like, yeah, and everybody like, girl, you country, you ain't got it.
I like it's funny because I like the country though, so it works, right? I got the little Puerto Rican Brooklyn born, and you got the country. It works. It works. It
Yes, I got
balances
the
out.
Mississippi. Hey, Jim. Hey, everybody. But thank you. So, where can people find you and reach you and all that good stuff?
Let me just number one, thank you. You've been so much fun. I forgot that we were on a live, so that was fun. Um, you've been natural. The connection is real, so I appreciate that. Like none of this was forced. I just appreciate you. To all the listeners, I know I joke around, but I got some wisdom if y'all want to tap in, and I would love to share it with you. I got a business. I'm wearing the front half is mindful, the back is wizard. Search
Mm.
me on social media. I'm on TikTok with 23,000 followers. God is good. Yeah, yeah. We on IG, and then if you click those links, you'll see my books
Okay.
and my podcasts. And then one little surprise, we got a monster project coming out in September.
Come
Big book,
on.
huge book deal. God is good, and we're working on it. So it should air in September. We should be in
Listen.
Target all over the country if it works
Come
out.
on in,
Yeah,
cousin. Look at
yeah,
you. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. So if people want, you're so funny, yo. If people want to find me, that's where I'm at. Stay in touch, my sister. You've been
Yes.
great, man.
Thank you so much. Who said we are coming to Brooklyn? Yeah,
Yeah,
we coming to Brooklyn. My cousin,
man.
everybody up there. Like, what
Bring
up?
your whole squad. I'll teach you Tai Chi for free because you came all the way out here.
Listen, we gonna get in tune. I'm gonna send my cousins to come too. Like, I met my cousins when I came up there for the first time. I was like, no, these like my on my mom's side, and I was just so excited that they came. One from Brooklyn, one is from not Staten Island. I don't know the Barrows. I don't be knowing. I'd be like,
Queens,
I'm glad, huh?
Queens,
Child, I don't know.
the Bronx.
No, it's by the water. It's by the water.
Hey,
Get it, cousin. Yes, my meditation and mindfulness. Yeah. My
but
mom
no,
says she's coming too. Okay, we all coming to Brooklyn.
I'm ready
So
when you ladies are. I would love to see you.
listen, let's book a trip to Brooklyn. Everybody that's on this live, we going to Brooklyn. We gotta
I'll
tell
see you
Damon.
out
Damon gonna have to come in and do Jim, you coming? I mean, we gotta come
there.
to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
We go
So
by the
yeah.
water. We make it happen.
But thank you so much, and
God
I'm
bless you.
really really grateful. I got somebody else from Brooklyn that's gonna be on next week.
Amen.
Miss Robin, she was at
The
the
event.
panel discussion, and she just reached out. I was like, hey, we had a connection. I'm like, what up? Let me find out. I gotta come to Brooklyn a lot.
We out
Find
here.
out.
Keep us posted. I'll definitely be in touch. Next time you want me, or vice versa, I'll throw you on mine, and we just keep growing.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'll see you guys next week. And thank you guys for watching. If you're watching a replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. And you guys have a great and productive Sunday. Peace.